5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback whack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Wind too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat shelling, Dante the dark job. Drop the stats on him, drop the facts on him. Spur game, baby, let's get it on.
Hey fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, and welcome to another edition of Eagles Talk. Upon further review, where we go over the previous Eagles game, which was a victory, our Philadelphia Eagles over the Denver Broncos. And we're going to go over that, talk about that, and then talk about the upcoming game we have against the New Orleans Saints. What's going on, Pat? How's it going?
It's going great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
You doing good?
I'm still doing good. You know, after Eagles win, man, it's always an excellent week after Eagles win, man.
Yes,
drinking a green smoothie. That's what I'm drinking right now.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I feel good. Feel great. Feel energized. You know, everything. Look. Even my smoothie is green. You know, Eagles. It's a great week. Everything is green. Everything's coming up green.
Yes,
but
sir.
no, seriously, coming off that. I mean, that win was a beautiful win. A total team effort. The running game continued to dominate, and I think that's what has to be our identity, right?
Yeah.
That has to be our identity on offense now. We pound, we maul guys on the ground because we've done so the past 3 weeks. This offensive line is mauling people in the rushing. In rushing, we are mauling people.
Yes, we are. We're up front, man. We're destroying these different teams that we're playing to the tune of 40 carries a game, 200 yards a game. These past 2 weeks, we have rushed for at least over 600 yards. In these 3 weeks, we rushed for 600 yards. Like, as a defender, if I'm on the defensive line and I'm gassed and you're still throwing these running backs at me, I'm not tackling these guys. We definitely have an identity now. It's a smash mouth football type of identity. We needed this. Dante, we needed this, man.
Yes, we did, and we're living up to the moniker there of a smash mouth football team. That we're living up to that. But let me go to our third co-host, and that's you guys in the room. First person in the room tonight was Tyrone Joyner. What's up, fam? What's up, Tyrone? Glad you could join us tonight. Richard Boo Layton says, "What's up, Eagles family?" What's up, Richard? Brandon Tillery's in the house. Let's go. Who that? Yeah, we got something to say.
It's definitely our week.
We got something to say Sunday. Y'all, they've been getting the best of us for a long time. I think it's time for us to pay them back. David is out there. David says, "Good win. Let's make this playoff push." Yeah, I'm with that. We'll talk about that. Bill Kroll, what's up, Eagles family? What's up, Bill? Yeah, the beautiful Mrs. Sandlin. Happy birthday, baby. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow's my birthday, man.
Tomorrow's your birthday.
Yes,
all right.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness.
Know what I'm doing for my birthday?
What? What are you doing on your?
Going to work.
Oh, you're not supposed to work on your birthday. You gotta get your seniority up. So
I'm working half a day. It ain't a big deal.
All right. BJ is out there. Do you feel feel good? There's no Kamara. Of course. Anything that
not yet. Not yet.
He's not ruled out.
He's not ruled out yet.
All right.
Yeah, BJ, he's not ruled out yet. He didn't practice today. He was a limited participant yesterday. But a lot of players that didn't practice yesterday for the Saints, practice yesterday in a limited capacity, didn't practice today. So let's just hope. That's their weapon there, man. Listen, Trevor Siemian doesn't scare me as a quarterback. Alvin Kamara scares me.
Yeah, that's true. So that's why, had that been true, if he is out, that I feel good. I feel better. I gotta feel better if he's not playing, but if he is playing, I still feel good about this game. But let's talk about
hold on
the
one
Sunday
second. Hey, Yindor, how's my audio now? Check. I had to cut something off. Just let me know how my audio is now. It should be good right now. But go ahead, Dante.
What happened? I didn't see that.
I cut the echo cancellation off, and it gave me a different type of vibe on this end.
All right, okay. Yeah, let us know, Rodney, how it sounds out there. But coming off this game, again, a complete win, man. Offense ran the ball. I think Sirianni is settling into play calling duties now. He's a little bit more comfortable. Can he grow some more? Yes, but by far, I think last week's game was his best play calling game as a coach. That was great. Special teams, block, field goal. That was great. Defense, return, fumble for a touchdown, and held them to 13 points. That was also great. So it was a total team effort on Sunday, and it's the best game we've seen this team play all year, and I gotta feel good about it.
Yeah, it feels good to have a complete game victory. It feels good to say, you know what, my defense actually looked like something. They changed it up, Dante. Dark Knight, they came out there and pressed coverage the first play. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is different. They did have a different look on the line of scrimmage. They had some stunts going on, which I like. They need to do more of that. I think they're actually coming into identity on defense. They still do play some vanilla defense here and there because we did get gashed that second possession by the Broncos. But we did settle down and realize that, you know, our athletes are better than their athletes. And that's what it boils down to. Like, come on. Most of the teams we're going to play down a stretch, we have either the same amount of athletes or more as talent-wise. And just tell them to go play ball. Like Shell would say, tell them to play ball, line them up and play ball, you know? And it felt good to see the team come out there with some type of identity on offense too, man.
Oh, that's good. It did. Defense, we were pleased. We were pleased that they only gave up 13. We saw, you know, some mishaps, but we saw for the greater part of the game, or for the most part, the defense played better. The linebackers played better. Ever since they've gone to this linebacker tandem here, I think we've been getting better linebacker play.
Yeah,
and that, you know, albeit for Jonathan Gannon, you know, because the week before he had reverted back. So, you know, it's week to week with this guy. I don't know.
It's drive to drive. It's actually literally Dante. Listen, it was the second drive. They had a 5 wide. Right, they brought in 2 wide receivers and they split out a tight end. Noah Fant is like, you know, extra receiving tight end. He's like Zach Ertz, but can block. Right,
right.
We had 2 linebackers in the game. We had a safety come down from their deep secondary, and we still had one man not covered. Like that to me is not adjusting to what you see on offense. Teddy Bridgewater is not going to take off. He's not going to take off. Match up. In this situation, it should have been matched up. You should have had your corners. Took a linebacker out there, put all your corners out there. It should have been matched up, and we should have went right at them at that time. But we routed to the ball, I should say.
and that's what we have to see what Jonathan Gannon does with the defense. But, you know, last week everything just, all the stars aligned. Let's put it that way. All the stars aligned, and he happened to have okay day calling defensive plays, and we just hope that he grows also this week, and he does more of the same. He did some things different. He let them play man press coverage, and he got after the quarterback a little bit more. Let's see if he'll continue that. Let these guys play, man, whether they make mistakes or not. Don't be so afraid that you don't allow them the opportunity to get better. You know what I mean? Because you don't get better if the coach won't let you do it. You're not going to get better.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So let these guys, you know, learn on the job. You know, I don't know. People been talking about playoffs. I don't know. I'm not saying that.
Playoffs.
I'm just saying 4 and 6.
Playoffs. I mean, we yes, get excited a little bit. Let's get excited for our team. Be happy that they did dominate that game against the Broncos. But playoffs.
Yeah.
That's out of one back, man.
All right, that's the end of the first quarter, man. You are listening to Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook, That's by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans. And this is a place where we like to talk. We love to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. And we are celebrating our Philadelphia Eagles victory over the Denver Broncos this past Sunday, where our team looked dominant. Again, 2 weeks in a row, we kind of looked dominant out there. Yeah. And, well, not 2 weeks in a row. We lost a week previous to that. But 2 wins in a row where we looked dominant against the opposing team. So, everybody out there, raise your glasses. Pat is partaking in the Jameson Irish whiskey. Let me know what you guys are drinking. I'm doing a green smoothie. Oh, it's so delicious. Yes. And we're going to toast to our Philadelphia Eagles. So, here we go. Down the hatch we go. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
All right, second quarter. Let me go to some comments out there. Jason says, how about Devontae Blast, Beast, and Surtain? Yes, he did. Oh, my goodness.
Yo, you got to understand, this game actually raised his Madden status.
Oh, wow. As it should, man. And it raised my confidence in him. It moved him from, I think he was doing a lot of great things early on, but this really, to me, solidified that we have a number one here. I mean, a guy that's going to go. I mean, not only does he run crisp routes, seems to be wise beyond his years on how he runs routes, but he goes and gets the ball. He catches the ball, man, and not just what's thrown to him open, but that was a big contested catch for that touchdown there. And that's probably the biggest contested catch we've seen since Alshon Jeffrey. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Now think about it. You're 100% right on that, man. It's his ability to locate the football. Because even on that pass breakup, did you realize he almost had a chance to actually catch that ball?
Yeah,
so his ability to locate the ball. I know he had a couple drops early in the season. Normally not used to Smitty dropping the ball, but he does remind me of a Marvin Harrison type player. Like he's not as fast as Marvin Harrison, but his ability to get in and out of his cuts, get open. Like, as a rookie, it's going to get better as he gets more mature in this league. And I'm so excited that we got this kid.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't think we need to waste another high draft pick on a wide receiver. What I wouldn't mind doing is adding a veteran free agent wide receiver.
Devontae Adams.
Oh, yeah, that would be a great.
I would. I would say, yo, Jeffrey, get the Brinks truck. Let's go get this Devontae Adams kid from Green Bay. He's a free agent.
Yeah, no doubt. I would definitely.
Can you imagine that, Devontae and Devontae? Or is it Devontae and Devontae? There you go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But he did roast his college teammate. I told you, man. Those guys going together at Alabama, their practices were pro type practices. Like, 49 kids from that championship game are in the NFL.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
all right. So. Let me go to some comments here. Richard Booth says he won 2 half gallons from his Denver family. Wow.
That's what's up, man.
All right, came up. That game paid off, huh? Jason says, how about Devontae? Oh, yeah, we already did that one. Rodney says, there's going to be a real test. This is going to be a real test for Smitty. I want to see how he do against a more physical cornerback, because against Diggs, he was clamped up. He was clamped up against Diggs. So, yeah, I'd like to see what he does this upcoming week. And Rodney also says, only way I want to go to the playoffs if the Dolphins lose out. Yeah, I don't know if I can't. I'm not rooting against the playoffs. Let's put it that way. I'm not rooting against the playoffs. It's still a long shot. I don't think we make it, but it's exciting to even be in the conversation or mathematically still be alive. That's what you know what I mean? It's amazing to do. I'm not talking about making it or anything, not yet, not anything like that, but it's just amazing that we're even considered at this point.
Yeah, I mean, just I understand the the fandom that we have here in Philadelphia for our team, and all over the nation for our Philadelphia Eagles, and the possibilities of once you get into the tournament, anything can happen. But this is a retooling, rebuilding year. But if we can make it in this type year, it only bodes well for us in the future.
Oh, definitely, man. Confidence, like always say, confidence accelerates the program,
Yes,
accelerates
sir.
the process. So if we somehow make it into the playoffs, are you kidding me? This young team under a first year coach, even the coaching staff is going to gain confidence. And this will be monumental going into the next season. If
Yes,
they can
sir.
somehow make it into the playoffs, that would be phenomenal. It would be phenomenal. But I'm not getting ahead of myself. This is a retooling, rebuilding year. So all I'm looking for is progress. Progress. That's all I'm looking for. And
Mhm.
I've seen it the past 3 weeks with Nick Sirianni finally realizing that the run game is the identity of this offense. And then he's starting to run or call plays around that philosophy of running the ball first. And it's been working out great. We've been putting up points, and the offense has been dominating the time of possession. And those things are great things with a young quarterback like Jalen Hurts to have that behind him, a running game
Mhm.
and controlling the clock. And he's throwing he's not making a lot of pass attempts these past 3 weeks, and that's okay with me. I'm all right with that.
I'm totally fine with that. If you're efficient running the game, running the ball, I mean, if you're really dominating the team, look, 5.5 yards per carry, and that's with a negative 8 yards in a row, Jaden Rager. If you're able to dominate a team to the tune of 39 rushes, 216 yards, why not? Why
Yeah.
not? You don't need to throw the ball. You don't need to throw the ball. If I'm listen, we all here play Madden once in a while. If I can beat you down and not throw a single pass, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna beat you down, and not throw a single pass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same philosophy you gotta have going with this team. This team's gonna be a physical, smash mouth type football team going forward. Even with the return of Miles Sanders, that running game needs to stay consistent like it is, like it has been in the last 3 weeks, and give us more ability to win our games coming up.
Now, what do we do with Miles? Miles coming back now. I mean, what do we do? Because the running game is running so smoothly. Like it has a rhythm. These running
Yeah.
backs have a rhythm. They're reading the holes. They have they're one with the offensive line. You don't disrupt that. What are you going to do with Miles? You can't just throw Miles into that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of these holes that have been made by this awesome offensive line that we have put together, Landon Dickerson has been doing a wonderful job in the run game. Um, when you put this guy who's actually part of your speed package in the game, those holes that Jordan Howard and Boston Scott has scurried through to get those 10, 12-yard runs. Now you got a home run hitter that may take that to the house. That may be a 35-yard run. That may be a 45-yard run. Now I think he understands that he can't dance in a hole like he used to. He
Well,
got to hit it because
I was
because
about to ask now.
you got to.
What makes you what makes you believe that? Because last we saw him, he was dancing.
He wasn't well when he twisted his ankles on the pass, but that first drive against the Raiders, he hit that. They basically featured Miles Sanders that first drive, and they ran the ball down the Raiders' throat. Once he got injured, they stopped running the ball, and that's the issue. This team's identity. We have running backs. We have a stable of running backs. We have 4 running backs that could be all active on game day and produce at some type of level. You don't take that away. You don't take away these guys in your run game. Jordan Howard is your hammer. Um, Boston Scott is is your Darren Sproles straight up beasting in the middle type running back. He could outside inside. I know.
No, no. I wanted to ask a question. So,
Yeah,
who's
the I man
reps? Whose rep does Miles get? I mean, whose rep?
Gainwell's.
Somebody he
Gainwell's.
takes Gaineswell's reps.
It's
Okay,
the
all
older
right.
statesman in the offense because Miles Sanders was productive, especially before he got injured. So therefore, he needs to be featured in this offense. But you cannot just only feature him. You have to integrate the Jordan Howard, the Boston Scott. Shoot. I would actually put Gainwell into like the slot position on a certain situations. Uh, you have these talented guys. Like we always say, this team is not talented. These guys are talented in their own functional way. Use them. Use them. Spread Boston Scott out. Matter of fact, you can put Boston Scott and Gainwell in the game at the same time and keep them with a base defense. Then spread these guys out and have them run routes. You can do the same thing with Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders. Put them in the backfield. Jordan Howard be the lead blocker because we've been asking for Donovan McNabb been asking for a fullback. Jordan Howard can do that because he did that for Miles Sanders when they played Buffalo in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Sanders' first touchdown as a Philadelphia Eagle was like a 75-yard run.
Right.
It was sprung because Jordan Howard came and took out the linebacker and the safety at the same doggone time. All right.
Wow.
You have the ability. And it goes back to me saying this pregame. You got to know your players. You got to know how to use your players. And right now, I think he realized that he know what I got a running back and a pounder and Jordan Howard. Boston Scott can do it pretty much all. And Miles Sanders coming back is going to be my home run hitter. Use him.
Wow. Yeah. All right. So that's the end of the second quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
Talking about our Philadelphia Eagles, and we're hyped, man. Hyped that Miles Sanders will be returning this week, and talking about whose carries he's going to take away from. And we all agree it should be Gainwell and Scott. So it should be Miles Sanders and Jordan Howard featured in the backfield.
Definitely.
That's what everybody seems to be in unison in thinking. All right, so we're going to start this third quarter.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
Yes, Eagles Talk, where we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So, Pat is doing the Jameson. I am still withholding. I'll come off of my sabbatical on Thursday. I come off on Thanksgiving. How about that? I'll be able to enjoy some libations on Turkey Day. So, but right now, we are saluting our Philadelphia Eagles and a big win on Sunday, and we hope to carry this over to this game on this Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. So, everybody raise your glass in honor of our Philadelphia Eagles, and let's take it down the hatch. 3, 2, 1. All right, man. We got the Saints coming up, man. Be careful, JR says. JR says, be careful. Saints got the #1 rush defense. And this is good. I love to see something like this because this now, right now, like we can really snatch that title or that identity or solidify it as a smash mouth football team. If we can go up against the #1 rush defense and do and impose our will as we have done the past 2 out of 3 weeks. No, the past 3 weeks. We actually had a good rushing day against the team we lost against. But if we can do that, and because we've started this dominating run of rushing against weaker rush defenses, admittedly, Denver didn't have the greatest rush defense. Definitely the team, I forgot who we played last week. They didn't have a particularly great rushing defense.
the Broncos.
But this team here coming up does. So if we can duplicate what we've been doing on the ground against this team, we will solidify that title or that moniker of a smash mouth football team. What's your level of confidence that we can do that?
Listen, I mean, I said this before. I said even when a team knows you're going to run the ball and you're able to run the ball, even when they bring an 8th man in the box and you're able to get 4 yards off, which they did last week, the week before, and the week prior to that, you know what? If you go against this #1 rush defense and you can actually eke out over 100 total yards rushing the ball, then you're what's the word I'm looking for? Your identity is solidified. You're a smash mouth football team. Don't go away from this. Even though they're the #1 rush defense, do not go away from running the ball. Do not go away from power sets. Do not go away from, we got a straight up pass ball because they got some very good corners. They're a very good defense for a reason. But being as though they're a very good defense, we got some hogs up front, Dante. We
Hmm.
got some hogs up front. Put your running backs behind these hogs. Let's smack them in the mouth and let these Saints go marching home with a loss.
Yeah, I'm with that, man. I do have a level of optimism, confidence that this offensive line will continue to eat and continue to maul the opposing defensive line because that's what they do best. And when they're on the attack, when they're rushing the ball and they're able to go hit somebody in the mouth,
Yes.
I think this offensive line smells blood in the water when they can get off to a good rushing attack. It just energizes them. And so I don't see anything different. I do see that the Saints have the number one rushing defense. They have a formidable defensive line themselves. But I think this defensive line, man, even a young boy, Landon Dickerson, man, he's a beast. He can grow some more in pass protection. But as far as running the ball, he seemed like he was born to do that.
Yeah, man.
The rush block. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like his run blocking, like he blocks off the sun. He's a big kid. Believe it or not, he's a big kid. His pass blocking needs some more work, but right now his run blocking is on the level that we need to be on. And pair that with Mulata, these guys, that left side is basically clearing everything out. Run behind these guys. Continue to run behind these guys, regardless of what the situation is. You got to create that sense within the linebackers that you know what they're going to run the ball. When you do that, you open up the play action pass. Then next thing you know, you break this defense. That's how you break it. That's how you break a defense. You break a defense will and hope and dreams of everything that they want to go against you, where you're able to smack it in the mouth. Then they can't key on anything. They cannot key on anything you're doing.
Oh man! All right, let me go to some comments out there because the guy got me out. He got me cracking up. All right, so William Davenport going back a little bit. I hope Jonathan Gannon doesn't be afraid of Sean Payton play calling this week. I hope not either. I hope he.
I mean, you're going against Trevor Simeon. Let's be honest. You're going against Trevor Simeon. Jonathan Gannon. I'm not going to call you your nickname. Jonathan Gannon. You should not be scared of this quarterback. I know he's a backup quarterback in the NFL for a reason. Make him look like a third string quarterback, please.
All right, Toby Cooper says they will blitz a lot. Maybe. G says, "What's up, guys? He's high as a kite. What's up, G?" I am high too, off of the Eagles win. I'm high off of the Eagles win. JR says, "Can't believe we have two maulers like Dickerson and Brooks when healthy. We're in great shape. We do, man. That offensive line, they're maulers, man. They're out there just assaulting. They're assaulting the defensive line out here." Jim says, "Now we're cooking." Yeah, I think so too. Dickerson and Mailata on the left side. Boy, that could be a solid duo for years, for the next decade. Glee says, "What y'all drinking on?" He's drinking them Henny Coladas. Oh, boy, you better be careful, boy. Them Henny Coladas.
I never had one of those. I don't.
Ooh. Anything with Henny in it, it's
Anything happens, huh?
Anything happens. So, yo, you better be you got an early night coming on, G. I can see that right now. Toby, 600 pounds. He talk about Dickerson and Mailata on that left side. 600 pounds, man, and they're smacking the other offensive lineman.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing to watch when you're an Eagles fan, to see that, because we're not getting that type of aggression from our defense. We would like to see that type of assault happen on the defense side of the ball, because that's who we are as Philadelphians. But that side of the ball hasn't developed yet. So I'm going to eat up the aggressiveness of this offensive line, because this is a smash mouth football team right about now, and that reflects this blue collar attitude we have in Philadelphia. So I'm just going to get hyped wherever the violence is happening, and seems to be happening on the offensive line. So I'm all right with that.
Yeah, I mean, the offensive line of maulers. And I always say this, we go back to what we used to say from week 1 to week to 10. This is week 11 coming up. That if you control that line of scrimmage on the offensive defensive side, you can basically take over the game. You take over the game. And when our offensive line is able to move their defense line at ease, you take over the game. That physicality cannot be matched. Like it's really like you ever play Mike Tyson Punch Out and you get Tyson tired and you're like this. That's literally how you feel in the fourth quarter when you have 600, 700 pounds of human beings pressing down on you. You can't do anything. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So yes, we do need the aggression from our defense to step up. We need to be aggressive this game. I don't care who playing. Uh, they don't have their top weapons. They don't have their quarterback, Jameis Winston. Alvin Kamara is a question mark right now. They do have Kenny Stills, I believe, as wide receiver, as a speed guy. Who else did he got at wide receiver? Marquise Callaway, I think. They don't really have anybody that necessarily scares me. Mark Ingram is a bruising running back. He's not going to listen. We should be very aggressive this game. We should be very aggressive this game. This game should be a linebacker feast, a cornerback takeaway, 2 or 3 takeaways from our defensive backs. Our safety should at least get a sack off a specialized blitz. Jonathan Gannon can come up with something and trick Travion Savion into throwing you an interception. He's going to throw one. He's going to throw maybe two.
All right, big
Gotta
play.
be
We need
aggressive.
big play, man. But, you know, another remarkable thing that this rushing game has done, not only giving us a tougher, well, that's it. It's given us a tougher identity as a team. Remember how soft we used to look early in the season when we had no identity and we thought this team was just playing soft as hell? Now, in a matter of 3 weeks now, you look at this team different. I mean, I don't look at it because this running game and our offensive line is establishing that identity. This team doesn't look soft anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't look soft. It has a tough look to it now because the running game is working so well and we're just punching people in the mouth. That's the compound effect of this rushing and rushing the ball and getting more physical, man. This is incredible. I'm hyped. I can't wait to see what we do against this number one rushing defense,
Yes,
the
sir.
Saints. And they are formidable. They have a nice defense, but their offense is very, very suspect. So I can't wait to see what we do up against these Saints. And what do you think we'll do up against these Saints?
Listen, all we gotta do is come out there and punch in the mouth. All right, punch them in their mouth early and often. Everybody has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. I feel like Shell just sit down over my shoulder. I think this is going to be a very physical game. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's going to be a very physical game. It actually might be a close game because of how physical the game may be. I'm not taking the Saints lightly, especially the offense. Travis Simeon has been in the league for a long period of time because he has been, a very serviceable backup. They have professional football players on that offensive side of the ball that can make big time plays. Mark Ingram is, a very good running back. He's somebody that we could have had as a Jordan Howard type of running back for us. He has the ability to break a couple. He will break a couple tackles. And then when you get down close to the red zone, he can punch it in. But besides that, their offense don't scare me. We this is going to be a slugfest, I believe.
All right. Well, that's the end of the third quarter, man. You're watching Eagles Talk, man, where we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. Yeah, we get inebriated. But we do it and we have fun and we like to talk about our team, just like we're in the barbershop, on the corner, at the water cooler, at the beauty salon, wherever that we like to be relaxed when we do it. So here we go to our Philadelphia Eagles. Pat is doing the Jameson Irish whiskey because G asked earlier. G is drinking some Henny Coladas. Woo, he's not going to be around for the fourth quarter. I don't know. He said he just got off of work, so he's just unwinding. Okay, so here we go to our Philadelphia Eagles. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
All right, man. We go to the fourth quarter. Let me start off with some comments here. William Davenport says, starting to trust Nick more. The only problem I think we need is to fix is the DC, and that remains to be seen. If he can, he didn't have a bad week last week. It seemed that he he tried something different. And I wonder where that motivation came from. I wonder, was it him or was it Nick telling him he better do something different?
It better be Nick.
Um, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because Nick, bottom line, Nick's name is on all the checks. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? As far as, his name is the head coach. He's the one on the line. So if I was him, I probably would have had talk like, yo, dude, you got to do something. We can't do this the whole time. I'm not going to lose my job over you not doing, trying something. And like I said earlier in this program, I would rather you go ahead and try to run your defense and let the young guys make mistakes, man, because that's the only way they're going to learn. Yeah, and because if it's a situation where you don't want to call certain defenses because you don't think this guy is ready to perform at that level, I think you got to still call it, man. You got to teach him. That's what he's out there to do, learn. So call your defense. Call your defense. I know they're coaching to win. I'm not, not trying to say that we're throwing any type of game, but go out with no bullets in the gun. That's what I say. Go out with no
Yeah.
bullets in the gun.
Empty whole chamber. Empty a whole clip. Get yourself a banana clip and just empty the whole thing, right? It worked last week. I'm not gonna lie to you. It worked when they were actually in the right matchup defense. They looked like professionals out there. And when you had Slay over Tim Patrick, when you had Nelson over the receiver, when you had Maddox in, and they brought in their nickel corner or safety, when they had basically 5 defensive backs in the game, they looked like a professional football team. They matched up. Bridgewater on his last season, when he threw it out of bounds, everybody was covered because it was a matchup defense. It was matched. We weren't in no zone.
It was beautiful.
It was
It
great.
was beautiful.
These guys, we had
it worked
athletes on defense.
It worked like it was supposed to work. That's what
Exactly.
when you have press corners and they can get up and buy you an extra second or two. That's all the defensive line sometimes needs to apply the pressure needed to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands, or better yet, get a sack. You know what I'm saying? So that was a beautiful thing to see, that type of change in the defensive philosophy on Jonathan Gannon's part, because he was playing the zone. He had these great press corners. I mean, not great, but that's their strength. Big play Slay. That's his strength, is playing up man-to-man press.
I'm not calling
Nelson.
Slay big play. I'm not calling Slay Dion, but it's like having Deion Sanders and Eric Allen playing zone. Like, these are cover corners. These are guys you say, you know what? Eric Allen in his prime was Deion Sanders, right?
Right, yeah.
You put him on your best receiver and say, you know what? Whatever the other guy's going to do, whatever he's going to do, he's not getting the ball.
Right.
Deion Sanders will make teams say, you know what? That side of the field is covered. We're not going that side.
We
I'm not calling Slay that type of corner, but give these guys the opportunity to make mistakes. You're not giving them the opportunity to make mistakes. You actually put them in a bad position to where they have to make mistakes in order to do something. You don't want to be them in that position. You want them to be on the offensive on defense than be on the defensive on defense, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I hear you. And they were on the offensive on defense this past week, and it bode well. So I hope he continues that. But again, I have to see it. I have to see it to believe it. Nick has sold me. I've seen 3 weeks of him committed to the run, so I'm okay. I'm comfortable with Nick. And after seeing his best offensive play calling game last week, he's convincing me even more, or giving me more reason to have confidence in him.
He's been consistent.
Yeah, he's starting to be consistent now that he knows what the identity of his team is, and what best way to put them in positions to succeed. He has realized that now. So I feel a little bit more comfortable with him. It's just Jonathan Gannon. I just cross my fingers, and I hope that he can continue doing what he started doing on this past Sunday, because it was great. It was great.
I got a flag to throw, Dante.
Flag on the play.
And I got to throw the flag at all Philadelphia media outlets. All right? Jalen Hurts just had a heck of a game. He didn't need to throw the ball in the second half. our team was so dominant on the ground that he really had to do much, and they were concerned about what those 4 passes he did in the second half would led to nothing. All right, they were so concerned about that they said, you know what, we need to go get a Russell Wilson on the off season. All right, that's the conversation was all day today. Russell Wilson. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Russell Wilson is a product of his team. He was the product of the Legion of Boom. All right? When Pete Carroll decided to let the reins off the kid and tell him to throw a touchdown so he can become the MVP, he throws the interception. And he hasn't been the same since. Since that Super Bowl, he has won 2 playoffs. 2 playoff games. All right? Russell Wilson is a very good quarterback in this league. Very good quarterback in this league. But the thing about Russell Wilson is that he had a running game. He had Marshawn Lynch. He had a great defense. He had the best defense in the NFL. You know what that leads to? That leads you to get back to the playoffs and back to the Super Bowl. All right? When they put the pressure on him to be the franchise quarterback, he couldn't do it. Now he commanded so much money that they can't even go out and get real players that they wanted to because of his contract. Now, all the Philadelphia media is talking about, I would do it in a heartbeat, go get Russell Wilson, who would be 34 here, right? 34 with the money that he still owed that we would have to pay. And yet, we haven't addressed our defensive side of the ball. We haven't upgraded our safeties. We haven't added on to our defensive line. Derek Barnett is not coming back next year. Josh Sweat is a situational pass rusher. He plays better in that situational pass rusher position, not a starter. Russell Wilson is not it.
Too old. Oh,
he's not it.
Too old.
I like Russell Wilson. He's not it. Russell Wilson is going to Green Bay. All right, I bet a bottle of this Gush premium beer. He's going to Green Bay because Aaron Rodgers is going to leave Green Bay, retire. What he's going to do at the end of the season.
Who's going to go to Green Bay?
Russell Wilson.
Oh, you think so? Wow,
he's
that
from
would
Wisconsin.
be amazing.
He's from that area, man.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So they're not sold on Love? They don't like Love?
Did you see Love?
I didn't see him.
All right,
didn't see him.
All right.
Well, you know, I mean, like, if they were looking for a repeat situation when Brett Favre and they had Aaron Rodgers, if they were looking for that type of, because as soon as they removed Brett Favre from the picture, Aaron Rodgers just stepped right in.
But
and
Aaron Rodgers had that talent.
Yeah, he had that talent, and he didn't miss a beat, and he looked like a seasoned vet. and if you were comparing this week's performance of Love to that, then I guess you were big time disappointed because that's not what happened. He was very, very raw, very raw.
Raw? No. This dude's been with the Packers for 3 years now, I think, 2 years, whatever. He looks like a deer in the headlights. I mean, yes, all right, he needs some more times with the ones. He had all off season with the ones. You know that, right?
Yeah, he did because Aaron Rodgers wasn't even there for me. Yeah, so yeah, that doesn't bode
if
well.
I was their GM, I'd be like, yo, this kid is not it. I need to get Russell Wilson because I need to continue the tradition of having good quarterbacks here and maybe draft one next year.
Wow, but that would be amazing if that happened. Jason says, man, if we get in the playoffs, anything can happen. Remember when the Giants went in 9-7? That's how it turned out. Let's go Birds. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to root against it, but I would be lying if I didn't say I'd be utterly surprised if that happened. Deion Jones says, damn, I'm tuning in late and Pat slurring and giving sermons on Russell Wilson. Alcohol makes you tell it like it is. Cheers, Pat.
Cheers, man. Cheers. My birthday, man.
Yes. Oh, that's the end of this game.
Can we do a little overtime?
We can do a little overtime. Toby says, don't say Barnett. JR says, Derek offsides Barnett.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy. This will be his last 7-6 game stretch with this team, I would hope. I don't think he's coming back.
Unless he gets 6 straight sacks, unless he
Yeah.
starts showing that dominance that he did when he's in, because in Tennessee he was dominant. Dark Knight, listen, in Tennessee he was a
Well,
force. In the
we've been
NFL,
waiting. None. Even if he does have a tear these last 6 weeks or 7 weeks or however many weeks we have left here, that would be fool's gold because our schedule is considerably lighter or easier than it was early in the season when he was getting no sacks. So if he came up now and starts shining, how seriously could we take that? I mean, we playing the Washington Redskins. I mean, the football team 2 times, the Giants 2 times, the Saints this week, and the Jets. And before we end off the season with the Dallas Cowboys.
Jets with Joe Flacco at quarterback.
Yeah, right.
Yo, hold on. I gotta say a shout out to Howie Roseman for that deal because Joe Flacco is starting this week. If you plays 50% of the snaps since his trade value, we get from a 6th to a 5th round pick. But anyway,
Yeah, that's
Barnett. Truthfully, I think he's going to be going. He's going to be out of here. Not only will Barnett be out of here. Who else we was talking about being out of here? Some other player. I don't know who else it was. But Dallas Goedert, I know was a question asked earlier about Dallas Goedert and how that guy did not get fined. So from the NFL refs, their explanation of why he didn't get fined and why the NFL did not fine that guy, Jonathan Simmons, was because Dallas Goedert made a football move and he was no longer he was deemed a runner. He was deemed a runner, and the defender did not lead with his helmet. He led with his shoulder. It was a football move, so that's why they didn't find him. Dallas Goedert actually was a limited participant today at practice. He's trending in the right direction to get away off of concussion protocol, and it looks likely that he will be active for Sunday. That's not my that's from a couple sources from the media here. But it looks like he'll be good at tight ends this weekend.
All right, that's good. JR says SEC is not easy. It's not easy to hit the quarterback.
Yeah, talk about Jordan Davis, the big defensive tackle from Georgia. We need him. Listen, these are 2 players we need. We need Jordan Davis and the defensive end from Michigan, Hutchinson. We need those 2 guys.
We need a but we need a linebacker too. I'm sorry, you better get a linebacker, a real linebacker in this.
Yeah, we can get one in the second round.
We need a real linebacker. We need a pass rushing end, a dominant pass rushing end, and a safety. We can use a safety or cornerback.
Oh, B. Dizzle asked a good question about Tyree Jackson. What's the word on the rookie tight end who got hurt in preseason? He was active last week.
Oh, he was active last week.
So I think he caught a pass. Did he catch a pass last week? I'm not sure. I actually got to go to the stats. But they're getting them into the game more and more. His reps went up this week. No, he didn't get it passed on to him last week. He is a huge human being. Like they showed him on the sideline, like up close with like Jordan Mailata. Like he's a skinny Jordan Mailata. Like they're actually looking at each other like eye to eye.
Wow.
So I would say, he's going to be slowly brought into the offense as he gets back into football shape, and he's going to be a weapon for us. He's definitely going to be a weapon for us.
Wow, man. Who's Hutchinson? He dominated.
Adrian Hutchinson from Michigan. He is a dominant force in the Big Ten. He dominated us. He literally basically won the game for them against Penn State. We do have some linebackers at Penn State that may be available. But I like Dean from Georgia. Even though he's only 6 foot, he knows how to get to the football. He has a nose to make a tackle. And he's a violent guy.
How big is he? 6 foot?
He's 6 foot, about 220, 225.
Oh, that's a little light.
It's light. I mean, but he's the star linebacker at Georgia who has the #1 defense in the country. And when you have Jordan, what's his name? Jordan Reed, Jordan Davis in front of you, that defensive tackle that's about 6'5", 340 pounds, that move like Vince Wilfork. Like this guy, literally, you need 3 guys to block him.
Wow.
He basically blocks out the light, and he plays with a mean streak. He plays like what we want Fletcher Cox to play with every single play when he's in. I would love to draft Jordan Davis from Georgia and the linebacker from Georgia also. But Adrian Hutchinson, if he's available, those two guys I'll be happy with. And the safety from Notre Dame.
Oh, wow. All right.
I got a whole list of guys I want, man. Brewster from Penn State. Yes, I'm a Penn State guy. Brewster, the safety from Penn State, he would work well in his defense because he's able to cover the slot and blitz, and he has a knack for getting to the ball. The kid from Notre Dame is the Hamilton. He's rangy, 6'4", he's fast. Oh man.
All right, let's not get Pat started.
I'm sorry.
Because we're so far away from the draft, and those are things we need. Those are positions we need, but we got a long way. We're in the middle of making a playoff run, guys. What are you guys talking about? You talking about next year's draft? We're in a playoff run.
I know we're in a playoff run, but playoffs.
All right, look, man, we get out of here. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in, but we'll be back on Sunday as our team takes on the New Orleans Saints, and I think we're going to get over. I do. I really do have confidence that we will get over this Sunday and have our first win at home. So join us on Sunday at 12 o'clock. This is a 1 o'clock game, so we'll be on at 12 noon on our pregame show. We'll get all riled up. We'll do pregame together and get ready for the game together here, drinking, talking, and getting ready for our Philadelphia Eagles at 1 o'clock against the New Orleans Saints. So I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight, for my co-host, Pat, and my co-host, Nichelle, in her absence. We will see you guys on Sunday. We're out. Peace.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback whack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him,